Welcome to the channel, I'm Seth, and this is the second episode of Chernobyl. Please remain calm. Thoughts on the last episode, or on the back half of that one? That was a brutal first episode. 5 episodes to this miniseries. The first episode ended with the looming cloud going over the city, bird falling onto the ground, and the day shift effectively rolling into the power plant. There were a bunch of comments pointing out that it wasn't really Russia so much as it was the Soviet Union, and it was when they were on the back end of their power and shit was corrupt and falling apart. And a lot of it was more of just a stature, an image of, not looking weak, not needing help, not looking like there's even a problem to even need help for. But I know that, with them saying cut the lines, keep everyone there, there's only so much damage that can happen to the people before it's impossible to ignore, right? At what point is it, does the international community have to get involved before something, is observed or changed? And with the name of the episode, Please Remain Calm, I guess it's going to be crowd control in the nearby city of Pripyat, and just controlling the spread of disinformation, as it were. Yeah, I think when Dyatlov was being escorted out of, or to the medical place, and there's that firefighter on the ground coughing, I didn't realize it, but I think that's the firefighter that we've been following, the one who left his wife and said, "I'll be back," and that sort of thing. Pretty sure it's him because he had the star on his helmet. Maybe they all did now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm pretty sure that was him. He saw his buddy pick up, I think it was the graphite, and then later on, that hand was just fucking... just cells just dissolving, blood coming out of places where it shouldn't, which is like everywhere. So, let's be real, there's nowhere good. It's like Ebola, it's like hemorrhaging. At least Ebola, it's out of orifices. With radiation, your skin just fucking cracks, opens, and you ooze out. I don't want to speculate too hard on the motivations and whatnot, because I'm sure the next 4 episodes will go into that in greater detail. On the day this episode is going up on the channel, know that Dark Season 3 and Breaking Bad Season 5 are only a few days away, if you're interested in those types of shows, which you should be, for fuck's sake. Even if you don't watch my dumbass, watch those shows. 1 episode into this miniseries, and it's like, I'm sold. Like, yes, I want more. And as far as that goes, are there other miniseries? It doesn't have to be on HBO. I have access to Netflix, HBO, and currently Amazon. Once I'm done with The Expanse, Amazon's probably getting fucking cut, because your boy has no fucking money for this stuff. Ugh, I said your boy. Ugh. My external hard drive is filling up, so I have to buy a bigger hard drive somehow to keep this going, because not only do I have these edited episodes, these edited reactions on the external after they're done, but I also have the raw reaction, the full length, in case I ever do something with that. And that shit takes up room on the hard drive. Quick. Alright, enough bitching about stupid things, enough rambling. Let's see what this second episode of Chernobyl is all about. This is going to be episode 2. Please remain calm. Here we go. While this Russian is going on, I just want to say that first episode took 4 different renders before it passed the filters.
Leak?
No.
Oh, this is at Minsk? So this is somewhere else is getting radiation. They're gonna be like, yo, if we're picking up 8, how the hell are immediate fucking science? Swab and go.
It's not military, it's uranium decay, U-235.
Reactor fuel.
Well. Which to other people were also saying the reactor was believed to not be possible to explode.
This is Ulana,
so they didn't want to hear it couldn't explode, because how could it, Kind of like an unsinkable ship sinking. It's like, what?
It's not them. Who's the next closest?
It's Chernobyl, but that's not possible. They're 400 kilometers away.
It's too far for 8 minutes.
400 kilometers away! And they're reading 8, they said? It 3-5 was not good, not terrible.
New kind of bomb?
We'd have heard that's what half our people work on here.
Jesus.
No one's answering the phone.
Alright, they'll answer.
What are you doing?
These are radiation burns. Their clothes are contaminated. Help me!
Fucking damn, dude. That's so shitty. Like to have the first responders have their hands getting all fucked up. You need them to function. People are coming there hurt, and then they're hurting the people trying to help them. Alright, so we know our boy here, Mr. Anderson Dawes, he hung himself in the first episode, and he's the reactor expert. We know where he ends up. Let's see how he gets there. Like, what his path is through all this bullshit. Something shook him up from what we read. I don't know, is that his report, or did she give that to him? I wasn't paying attention.
Thank you all for your duty to this commission. We will begin with Deputy Chairman Sherbina's briefing.
The birthmark, that's Gorbachev, or
In terms of radiation, Plant Director Bricano reports no more than 3.6 Rontgen.
I recognize that guy's voice.
If there is nothing else, meeting adjourned.
What was it even there for?
Smooth black mineral on the ground outside the reactor building. Smooth black mineral. Graphite. There's graphite on the ground. We'll find graphite. Inside the core, if there's graphite on the ground outside, it means it wasn't a control system tank that exploded. It was the reactor core. It's open. I'm right. This fireman was holding the equivalent of 4 million chest x-rays in his hand.
Professor Legasov, there's no place for alarmist
4
hysteria.
million
No,
x-rays.
Well, I don't hear any facts. All I hear is a man I don't know, engaging in conjecture, in direct contradiction to what has been reported by party officials. I will allow it.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Well, when the big boss says go for it.
Every gram of U-235 holds over 1 billion trillion of these bullets. That's in 1 gram. Now, Chernobyl holds over 3 million grams, and right now it is on fire.
And this concern stems entirely from the description of a rock.
Yes.
I want you to go to Chernobyl.
Fun.
Take a look at the reactor, you personally, and you report directly back to me.
Wow.
Decision, Comrade General Secretary.
And take Professor Legasov with you.
He was trying to deflect it or, like, roll off of it.
You know how a nuclear reactor works?
No.
No. Well, then how will you know what you're looking at? Meeting adjourned.
He doesn't like that this guy was talking over him and the boss wanted to hear him out, and now he's stuck with him on this trip. This is gonna be so bad. I know a few Russian airplanes by sight, but I'm not as good with their helicopters. They always look wild, though. They're always robust and fucking airship-looky.
Tell me how a nuclear reactor works, or I'll have one of these soldiers throw you out of the helicopter.
A nuclear reactor makes electricity with steam. Steam turns a turbine which generates the electricity.
Is it fusion or
In a
fission?
nuclear plant, we use something called fission,
Okay, they break it up.
which has too many neutrons. A neutron is,
The bullet.
Yeah.
yes, the bullet. BMK reactors, we surround the fuel rods with graphite to moderate, slow down the neutron flux.
Yeah, that was to douse the system.
I know how a nuclear reactor works. No, I don't need you.
Yeah, so this is firefighters and people who were at the plant, right?
I need to find my husband. Not now.
Take her away from here, Tate, please.
Get away from them.
Oh my God.
You want to get sick? Go.
Please, Tate.
Oh my god. Oh, she knew him from the first episode. I think I cut those scenes out.
But they're not letting us leave here.
Tell them Major Burov allows it.
Wow. Is that name drop gonna really work?
We're approaching the power plant.
Oh, I see. They're flying in as they were lifting people out.
That's graphite on the roof. The whole building's been blown open. The core's exposed.
I can't see how you can tell that from here. Get us directly over the building.
Boris,
Don't use
if we
my
fly
name.
directly over,
I haven't
the
asked for
reactor
your
will be
advice.
dead within a week. Dead!
There has been an accident at Chernobyl, but I've been assured there is no problem.
I'm telling you that there is.
I prefer my opinion to yours.
Wow.
I'm a nuclear physicist. Stable iodine will keep your thyroid from absorbing radioactive iodine. Take one a day for as long as they last.
That's her good deed for the day. My grandfather was a jockey, and when he was traveling throughout the Midwest with my mom, who was an infant at the time, they traveled through a lot of places where there was radiation and nuclear testing way back when. So she had a shit thyroid.
We'll tell them the truth in the simplest terms possible. We'll be fine. We have begun our own inquiry into the cause of the accident, and I have a list of individuals who we believe are accountable.
Accountable. Oh, Jesus.
Tell me how an RBMK reactor core explodes.
I'm not prepared to explain it at this time.
As I presumed, there's no answer.
It's disgraceful.
Why did I see graphite on the roof? Graphite is only found in the core, where it's used as a neutron flux moderator.
You saw burnt concrete.
Now, there you made a mistake. Because I may not know much about nuclear reactors. I know a lot about concrete.
Our high-range dosimeter just arrived.
Hey!
Cover one of our trucks with lead shielding. Mount the dosimeter on the front.
Understand that even with lead shielding, it may not be enough.
God damn.
Then I'll do it myself.
Woo! Dude. Fucking my guy. I don't know if it was here or Fukushima, but there are accounts of, like, pilots and engineers and people, like, older guys making the younger ones stay out. Like, so they're like, we'll do it. I understand they think it can't be possible, but there's fucking graphite. If you pick it up and your hand melts, that should mean something.
It's not through Röntgen. It's 15,000.
Comrades Venus.
20 hours since the explosion, so 40 bombs worth by now. 48 more tomorrow.
No. Check your meter.
Escort Comrades Brekhanov and Fomin to the local party headquarters.
Oh, shit.
How do we put it out?
Drown the fucker.
Boron and sand. That'll create problems of its own, but I don't see any other way.
Let's say roughly.
5,000 tons.
God.
Obviously, we're going to need to
damn.
evacuate. At least evacuate Pripyat. It's 3 kilometers away.
That's my decision to make.
Then make it.
I've been told not to.
Is it or is it not your decision?
I'm in charge here.
Oh, yeah. Focus on your labors and leave matters of the state to the state. Yeah.
Going to get you 5,000 tons of sand and boron.
Yeah, boss. Yeah, just do it. We got a big fucking problem here. Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps for 5 years, and we had to do our NBC training, nuke biochemical, and run around with full body mop suits and gas masks and do our daily shit. And so then fast forward to COVID outbreak and having to wear face masks, and people are freaking out about it. It's like, have you ever worn that crazy rubber shit head to toe? I'll take it. I'll take a little strap mask any day. Rudolph died of cancer. I'm sorry, that's just how my brain works.
Lead 1 per pre-flight, maintain minimum 10 meter perimeter.
Get over the fire. How are these?
The wind will have to carry it.
Oh no, cables. Goodbye.
Sir, what do I tell the others?
Resume. But don't get too close.
Send the next one in.
Oh, which nephews? Simka, who's 14, and little Boris.
Yeah,
who's 5.
I was gonna say they're doing some code shit.
They're dropping sand and boron on the fire.
Not if they stay here.
We're staying here.
Yes, we are. And we'll be dead in 5 years.
Yeah, let's.
A nuclear plant in Sweden has detected radiation and identified it as a byproduct of our fuel. The whole world knows.
Cat is out of the bag.
The wind has been blowing toward Germany. not letting children play outside.
They're taking precautions that far away, and y'all are here just fucking whatever. See? Ugh.
There has been a nuclear accident in the Soviet Union, and the Soviets have admitted that it happened. The Soviet version is this. One of the atomic reactors at the Chernobyl atomic power plant in the city of Kiev was damaged.
This is evacuation buses? Like, what else could it be? Would they have evacuated had not other places picked up on this, you know? I would have thought the old guy would have had a more official way of leaving, not jumping on a bus. Please remain calm. And now it's a ghost town. I mean, at least they did it. It took 36 hours, but at least they did it.
Smothering the core will put the fire out, but the temperature will eventually increase. It will melt down.
I'm perfectly aware. But I estimate at least a month before it melts through the lower concrete pad, which gives us time.
No, you don't have a month. You have approximately 2 days.
Fucking...
Yes.
Tanks are full.
Good call.
Our power comes from the perception of our power.
Mm.
Do you understand the damage this has done?
The uranium will melt the sand, creating a kind of lava, which will begin to melt down through the shield below.
It will instantly superheat and vaporize, causing a significant thermal explosion. Everything within a 30-kilometer radius will be completely destroyed, including the 3 remaining reactors at Chernobyl. The entirety of the radioactive...
There are more than 50 million people living in Belarusia and Ukraine.
60, yes.
Just fucking interrupted him to correct him. You better...
How long before this happens?
Approximately 48 to 72 hours.
I thought please remain calm was for controlling the people in the town. These people need to please remain calm.
From in the duct system itself. So we need to find 3 plant workers who know the facility well enough to enter the basement here, find their way through all these ductways, get to the sluice gate valve here, and give us the access we need to pump out the tanks.
We're asking for your permission to kill 3 men.
You don't have to ask for such a small number.
All victories inevitably come at a cost.
I know the real guy had an insane birthmark, but it seems over the top. It's like when they did Nixon in The Watchmen. It just seemed like an exaggeration. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems a little exaggerated. The dogs! They're alone! Fades to the current version. The Titanic was the ship of dreams.
And of course, any volunteers will be rewarded. A yearly stipend of 400 rubles.
Is that a lot, number 1? And 2, they're gonna die.
You'll do it because it must be done. You'll do it because nobody else can. And if you don't, millions will die.
Onanenko.
There's Parlov. Baranov.
Fuck it. Ride or die, let's do it. Hot ass rubber suits, sweating in it. Little field of view. Breathing all fucking funny. Walking into radiation, water. Yeah, hopefully that's only like ankle or knee deep, right? I mean, it doesn't matter. They can't even really communicate because they've got like mouth apparatus in. If this is happening, right, do these guys make it out, you know, and they said what they did, or do we just assume they did it, or, you know, we get it. We get it. Turn it off. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Please remain calm. Fuck. Oh man. Please remain calm. With millions at risk after the explosion, Ulana Kamyuk tries to warn Legasov about a second threat. Okay, in the intro I was wondering, if everything is contained, how does this eventually, we find out other people start getting readings all over the place. America picks it up on the news, starts blowing it up, So, I'm gonna assume that those three guys were sent in and then never came out. I'm gonna assume that's what happened, because with their lights fading and they're just stumbling around in the dark, sloshing around in radioactive water, it's like, that is just such a shitty situation. I mean, one side of me is surprised that within 36 hours an evacuation was underway, but then I also know the political pressures, the fallout, no pun intended, over this incident. They had to do what they could, and with the amount of radiation that he said was coming out of there every hour, tomorrow it'll be this many, next day that many, over and over. It's like, the reality of the situation, I believe, is setting in, and with the government guy asking about the graphite and relieving those two dickheads, whoever at the chair of the plant, and then the plant physicist who was like, "Are you stupid? Are you an idiot?" The people that were grilling everyone else and didn't believe him, they're out of there. So at least that's good. Some good came of that. Mr. I'm not responsible, I was asleep. Get out of here. I wonder if the firefighter and his wife, if we're gonna see them anymore, or if, because he was evacuated and then she was leaving the city, if, that's the end and we're gonna just follow the scientists, the politicians, and the volunteers and the cleanup crews going forward. But I'm not sure, This was only the second episode. I know there's 3 more to go. This was a lot of fun. I don't have a lot to say right now. After, during editing, I may come up with more thoughts, and if I do, they'll be posted in the form of a pinned comment at the top of this video. So with the first episode being pretty much all the power plant and a little bit of the city, and now this episode being government and outside forces and trying to get closer to it, and now they're finally prodding in with these people underground to, try to turn these valves. I guess they prodded with the truck with the big reader on it, but they're finally stepping up in trying to get shit done and figure it out. And it's only going to make the bodies pile up, but at least the lady from the Minsk Institute nuclear place, at least she got to them and, brought it to their attention that, no, those tanks are full, and when that shit heats up, it's going to be a bigger boom. And the radius for that, and, the amount of dead, and not happening. So I imagine this had the government's full attention at the time, the Soviets, that is. And the world, for that matter. I'm sure a lot of people were eyeballing this. I think when was this, 86? I was 3 years old? Anyway, this was a lot of fun. I look forward to the 3rd episode, but I don't think I'm going to watch it tonight. Thank you all again for being here. I look forward to more, and be sure to recommend if you know any other little mini-series, things like this that might be cool or interesting to watch, because I'm looking for more ideas. So, thanks again for your time, and goodbye.